Cena wants to polish Logan Paul's Peacemaker, and I'm going to dust off the noose. Welcome back to the Foghouse.
Actually, was it no the other way about? Cena's the one with the Peacemaker, and Logan Paul's going to polish that.
Well, I guess Cena does have the TV show, but guess what? But that's got more fears than this.
I tell you what, he can't polish SmackDown because he can't polish a turd. 3 hours of absolute shite. This should have been the last 3 hour show. USA Network and WWE could have saved us, but they said no. They said we need that third hour, advertisements, that third hour, shitey 1.3 million ratings. We need it. We ain't letting it go. We're keeping this show 3 hours, brother. And that doesn't work for us. Don't think it works for anybody. I mean, why would you want to have to sit and watch 3 hours of absolute shite every Friday night when you only need to watch 2 hours of absolute shite?
Well, that is it.
Could have done it.
It's American. See here in the UK, see the difference between it finishing at 3 and finishing at 4? Yeah. I can't put into words.
Never mind Triple H. Bronson Reed returning's earthquaking. Go back to 2 hours we've been earthquaking because it would save us an extra hour of our lives. Every week we need to talk about this shit. But the USA screwed us over. And you know what? Triple H and Lee Fitton, they screwed us over tonight. It was garbage.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. You look at the state yet, man. You've got...
I see yours, Selena. I see title too. Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the vocabulary? I know we like some, but geez, oh, Julia, man, sort it.
Me, you, CW.
Yeah, just...
Fucking shite.
It's shite.
Fucking shite.
Speaking of shite, Bianca Belair comes out, and then they just start playing this weird Tennessee song.
It wasn't quite JR's Oklahoma stuff. It was just like drums. Boom. Dum 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 dum. It was shite. I don't know.
Yeah, this might be good for the people in the arena, right?
The Tennessee people were eating it up, but at home you just wanted to blow your brains out. It was bad shit.
Why can't this just be pre-show where it gets the crowd up?
Why can't they do this during the break? It's only the live crowd that get it anyway. So
yeah, I just don't get it. Anyway,
why the fuck wouldn't they do this during a commercial?
Naomi comes out, says that she broke into Bianca Belair's house essentially. Went through the photo album.
Oh, you look happy, B. You got Bianca's family sitting at ringside and they didn't even sell it. Someone broke into their house. You think they'd be a bit more... I get it. They're not paid actors or professionals or, let's be honest, 99% of the roster's not professionals. But still, it's like,
Well, I'll put it this way, right? Bianca Belair's one of the worst actors I've seen in wrestling, so where'd she get it from?
Oh, obviously it was those two people sitting in the front row.
Those two fucking jobbers in the front row, buddy.
I call something else there, buddy. Let's go. Let's go.
Aye, those, right. So Jade Cargill then comes out.
Bit of heat, by the way. Naomi making fun of Bianca's wheelchair-bound mother.
Aye.
Bit lame, isn't it? Product shite. How can we be edgy? How can we try and do something controversial? Let's
wheelchair emoji.
Let's post a wheelchair emoji. It's like,
Aye, man. It's...
Back in the day, you would have got the wheelchair and thrown them down the stairs and done something actually good, not just post a wee emoji. But whatever, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even know if... I doubt it's a gimmick, but I don't really know what the situation is there, but I'm going to assume that Naomi got the go-ahead for Bianca here.
Aye, anyway.
Because they actually are friends, so I mean...
Well, it's a work brother.
It's a work brother, but you know what I mean? It would be like the whole Paige, Charlotte Flair, Reed... situation again.
Yeah, Naomi says to Bianca that you should just be my friend, you should forgive me because it wouldn't be good for you and your mother to be in a wheelchair. I'd hate for something bad to happen to you right here, right now. So Naomi making a threat, saying that she's going to a 2-for-1 special.
Right.
Do you reckon they'd need
two blue badges?
Would they need 2 wheelchairs or could they just get an extra wide one so they can both sit in it?
I think they could do that, aye.
Either way.
Double the seats.
Well, Naomi, don't think her ass would fit in
That'd
one.
That'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Really good there? Anyway, listen.
Unlike this fucking show.
I tell you what, I'll give Naomi a wee bit of credit. I think she's probably the most interesting female on SmackDown.
CW.
I like... I borderline like Chelsea Green as well, but I don't like the two fucking nobodies she's associated with, so it's how good can you be when you're... But the women's... People keep... Oh, the women's division's stacked. You're right. It is. It's stacked with shite. It's garbage. Tiffany Stratton, fucking awful. Charlotte Flair should have been put in the recycling bin 10 years ago. plastic only. It's just
That is the recycling bin, isn't it though?
Well, no, you get non-plastic recycling. You can get wooden recycling bins. Your tool.
That's brown bins.
Aye, but they get recycled as well.
No, they're like harvest.
Do they?
They're not really. No, I wouldn't call them recycling bins. The blue bin, for fuck's sake, that's the recycle. That's where all the
This
plastic.
show should go in the bin, right? The blue bin for the blue show. Jade Cargill comes into the ring. And we get our first match of the night, triple threat match.
41 Nia Jax is out there, 41 stone and year old.
Yep, wasn't the worst match I've ever seen, but the finish was shite. Nia Jax goes for a double ass drop. Naomi sits up like the Undertaker, avoids it, then tries to roll Nia Jax through in the crucifix pin position, but because Nia Jax is so fat, she has trouble like rolling her through, and then you had this like awkward 3 or 4 seconds where like Nia Jax was like mid kind of roll, and it just looked bad, and she was like mid roll, and you had all the fat rolls, and it was just not good.
Too many rolls, man.
Nah, it was just, ignore, like, see when it looks this bad, like the whole, see doing like a crucifix pin or a roll up, the whole point is it's supposed to be snug, it's supposed to be quick.
Yep.
It's supposed to take your opponent off guard.
Be effective.
See, realistically, right, Nia Jax should have known, due to how long it took for this move to actually happen, what Naomi was going for, and she still couldn't kick it.
What it's like.
Right, so it was like, it took about 4 seconds for her to actually roll her over because of how fat she is and heavy she is. And then you get the 3-second pin, so it was about 7 seconds, but as soon as she gets the 3, then Nia kicks it. Very unrealistic, isn't it?
No, it is. It's a load of shite. It's like using a silenced gun after you've already alerted the enemies. No real need of it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you shoot without the silencer on, you may as well just get rid of the silencer because it's not done its job. Anyway, this match was alright, but
Correct person won for me.
Naomi's going to Money in the Bank.
Right, 3 Samoans walk backstage, and R-Truth doesn't know who JC Mateo
I
is.
thought it was a joke, the start of a joke. 3 Samoans walking backstage. No?
And a black man. But the black man doesn't know who... Ron Cena, he doesn't know who JC Mateo is. Neither do we. 43-year-old bum truth, that's who he is.
Guy that spent his entire career on the indies.
So this sets up a match for later tonight. Seeker Hervis are standing outside a catering.
Yo, if it's that simple, why doesn't Ron Kellens just say he doesn't know who John Cena is and he might get another shot at the title?
I know.
If it's that simple. Like,
If it's that simple. So, fucking Alba Fire's taking on Selena Vega tonight. You looking forward to that?
Aye.
Not really. Brian Saxton, backstage interview with Tiffany Stratton. We didn't see this because it wasn't on the clips, but who cares? Oh, I'm the prettiest, Tiffany generic lines that just cannot come to my head right now. What does she even say?
Tiffany Epiphany or some piss like that.
Oh, use our relics, use our ancient, all that shite.
Alexa Bliss is like 33, hardly ancient.
Yeah, and Tiffany Stratton's face is like fucking SpongeBob. Da-da-da-da-da.
Buzz fucking Lightyear.
Aye, Buzz Lightyear. That's more Bella Ramsey into it.
True.
To infinity and beyond.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Anyway, can Buzz come and rescue us for this shit show? Probably not. Right, we then get Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett to hype up the NXT North American Championship match at World Collide. You need to hype this up because there's just no reason to care about it. We then get R-Truth versus JC Mateo. JC Mateo wins. Who's surprised? Absolutely nobody. Brandy Rhodes is going to be the very first guest on Cody Rhodes' What Do You Want to Talk About podcast. It's like, we have no interest in hearing Triple H on Stephanie's podcast because they're husband and wife and it's going to be boring. So why would we fucking want to hear Brandy Rhodes on Cody Rhodes' podcast? Just shite.
Yeah, I think the whole point of a podcast, right, is like two guys. I'm not saying it always has to be this format, but it's like two guys that haven't seen each other in a bit. You know, and it's like a catching up, and like they talk about stuff that maybe they've not heard before.
Yeah,
what's husbands and wife?
Who done the dishes last night? Who took out the trash?
No, if it was like Nancy and Chris Benoit, or McMahon and Linda, fuck every day of the week I'd listen to it. That's some good shit, pal. But this is, I mean, who cares? Oh, did you walk Faro last night, Cody? Aye, I did. What did the dog want to shit about? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck off, man. Nobody cares.
And why doesn't Cody get McMahon and Janelle Grant, 2 people on his podcast? That'd be more interesting. I'd tune in. I'd listen to that.
Aye.
I ain't listening to Brandy Rhodes.
No, an absolute jobber. Apparently it's number one in Spotify and sports-based podcasts. It's only because it's WWE hyping it and it's the first episode. Fucking Brandy Rhodes, man. No, I wonder.
There must be no other podcast on at the moment.
We're the king of the average few durations. What do you think is on that? 1 second.
Islanders.
Islanders, right.
We then got a segment with the Street Profits, Fraxium, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Wyatts. So basically, all the tag teams are arguing. Nathan Fraser, Fraxium, they want a rematch. Machine Guns come out. They say that, well, they were never beaten either, so they want a rematch. Just a bunch of teams wanting matches. Johnny Gargano comes out, and I stopped listening at this point. Then Tommaso Ciampa puts Johnny in his place, tells him to shut up, says don't talk about the Wyatt Six. Scratch what he just said. You know, we're not here to talk about them. They don't exist kind of deal. Almost like here, if you pretend something's not there, then it's not there, I guess.
But see, Johnny Gargano said this. The reason we had to bring in my beautiful wife was to even the odds against whatever this is, okay? But you're massively outnumbered.
Yeah, listen, to me, that just takes all credibility away for the Wyatt Six. That Johnny Gargano believes that bringing in his wife is somehow going to even the odds because the Wyatt Six have a female on their side. That is fucking retarded. Right? No, that would be like you're walking down the street and you have Michael Myers. It's nighttime. You got Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason. The three of them are standing there. And what's this? There's some new... I'm trying to think of a female horror killer. I can't think of any. But anyway, there's this new female.
A female scream.
Aye, like a female scream or whatever. And then you see some random woman walking down the other side of the road and you pull her onto your side of the road and like, oh, look, I've got a woman now, so I've evened the odds. It's like, no, you've still got three big fucking scary dudes that are going to kill you. You having a woman to combat the woman on their team ain't going to do fucking shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're right. It's 4-on-2 against the men.
And either way,
you take the women at it.
Eric Ronan, you portray him as this big guy, so he alone should be able to take
Garganos.
Yeah, so he should be able to take DIY himself.
Yep.
It's just fucking. It's retarded.
It's retarded. What also is retarded is the DIY fract. Axiom speaking without a mouthpiece is ridiculous, by the way. But anyway, they all make. See, apart from Montez Ford and the other guy, they all make Ciampa look like Prime Batista, don't they?
No, but like, see
how small they are.
See when The Rock was going up against like the McMahon Helmsley era, the Rock wouldn't draft in like Trish Stratus and then automatically, well, that's things even.
Yeah,
it'd be like, no, Rock's still going up against Shane and Vince and Road Dogg and he's still outnumbered.
Yeah.
But now it's like, and you see this, it's we've seen it with the whole those two fucking bald guys walking about. We got a Rhea Ripley problem. They had to bring in Meechin to save them, and then it's like AEW do the same shite where they bring Will Nightingale out, and all of a sudden they think they've leveled the playing field against Moxley's faction.
I know, but it's not like it's not like these two are going up against like High and Tie, and they've brought in like Nicole Bass, who's like 6'4", ugly as fuck, and built like a man. And you'd be like, well, you know what? She could probably deal with half a High and Tie. Like you said, it's like Eric Rowan's massive, and Candice LeRae's a jobber, like a midget jobber. When they just crap. Fucking cringe.
So the Wyatts come out, they start beating them up, and of course, we have Ciampa on the outside. He turns around, so all the men are attack. All the men members of the Wyatt Six are attacking all the men in the ring, and then Ciampa turns around and he sees Nikki Cross like standing on top of the announce table, and he freaks out. So he grabs Candice LeRae and uses her as a shield, and then Nikki Cross jumps on Candice, crossbody, then starts punching her. Just, so fucking choreographed where, oh, look, all the men are going to be fighting, but the two women are just magically going to, focus on themselves. It's fucking garbage. See, when you can get away with that in a mixed tag match, right? When someone tags in, they're not the legal person, so they can only fight. This works in matches, but see this never works in like brawls or segments.
No.
It just doesn't, because there's just there's nothing apart from retardation stopping, the two different genders getting involved with each other.
Yeah,
It's bad.
No, but it's like Ciampa pulls Candice LeRae in the road to take the hit for him. But if it was realistic, Nikki Cross would have jumped on Ciampa, he would have caught her and fucking powerbombed her through the announce table.
See back in the day, see if Lita was beating up Stephanie McMahon, would Triple H have just stood there and watched because I can't do nothing? No. Or would he have pulled her off and nailed her with a pedigree?
Absolutely, but...
No, but come on.
They just repeat what they did last week. Who cares?
I think the WWE should completely separate men and women.
They should.
Because the way they book it's fucking shite.
And then you've got bloody Uncle Howdy here. Oh, we're back. We're here. Screaming like a fucking loser. Anyway, speaking of losers, Rey Fenix and Javon Evans took on Los Garza. I do not even recall this match, but Los Garza won, so...
There's too much text. This match lasted too long.
No, this match shouldn't be on television, man. Shouldn't be on...
I want to see the quarter numbers for this shit.
It'll be bad, buddy. Right, Selena Vega versus Alba Fire.
Another match that lasted too long for my liking.
Selena Vega wins.
Code Red.
Chelsea Green took off the mask, hit Fatty in the face, and then she managed to pick up the victory with a Code Red.
I wonder, honestly, I just look at it and I don't know why Isla Dawn got released while Alba Fire didn't. It's just weird that these two in a team. Not that I'm advocating for Isla Dawn to be back or whatever, because she's great, but I'm just thinking, I think it's weird how they just decided, you're gone and you can stay.
Yeah, no, it is weird.
Must be a backstage thing.
Speaking of backstage, Selena Vega runs into Julia. Julia says, I see you, Selena. I also see United States Championship.
I saw you next week. In the middle of the way.
Walk away. Then she cut a scripted promo, because she's not trusted to go to the ring or anything. Then, speaking of a guy that shouldn't be trusted to go to the ring, this bored the tits clean off me.
Damian Priest.
Tennessee.
I think you need to visit a priest after listening to this. This would ruin your life.
Gouge your eyes out with holy water.
Aye, so Damian Priest comes out, puts over Drew McIntyre. Oh, I got the real Drew McIntyre inside the steel cage. Aye. Beats him, who cares? Then he says that he's calling out Jacob Fatu because Jacob Fatu is the most feared and most badass champion. Yeah, so the most badass champion is the guy with the mid-card belt. Alright. It's just I've seen a former world champion just calling out it's like, why wouldn't this guy want Cena? I just don't fucking understand it. Anyway, he says that he respects Jacob Fatu, but he doesn't respect the people that he hangs around with. For what reason? For what reason would you respect Jacob Fatu but not Solo? And not the other two Mongoloids, and not JC Mateo.
But see, back in the day, man, they used to protect the mid-card, where it was like, they never went out of their way to challenge for the mid-card title unless they were provoked or actually in a storyline with the champion.
Or they were clearly not a main event guy.
Yes.
Damian Priest in the past year has been a world champion. Just doesn't make any sense for him to do that.
Yeah, it's just we were watching 2003. Austin brings the IC title back, and yeah, maybe Chris Jericho doesn't want to really compete for that.
But it makes sense because it's like a free title opportunity.
Yeah, it's a battle royal for the belt on the line, and the world title picture's already out the way because it's Nash against Triple H. But here, it's just there's no... Cena's doing nothing. He's in a tag match. Gunther is challenging the champion the night after Raw. Why didn't Priest say, well, I'll challenge whoever's the champion after Money in the Bank on SmackDown?
It just makes no logical sense as to why you would challenge for the mid-card belt when you could put out a challenge for the world title.
It was boring, right? Fatu versus Hayes versus Andrade.
They had to be stared in because WWE thinks that's great television. Oh, look, those two guys walked past each other and looked. Oh.
That's the next feud, who cares? See Jacob Fatu's arse manoeuvre where he uses arse to hit them in the corner. It's fucking awful. It doesn't look like he's anywhere near
The guy looks like an inbred, he does.
Yep,
I said it in the preview. He looks like his mother and father or brother and sister. I mean, it is, and they all look the same. They all look, all these new guys that they're bringing in, all these big fatties, man, all these big, just Bronson Reed, JC Mateo, Jacob, they just don't look like stars.
There's a reason why like The Rock and Roman Reigns
were the top fucking guys in the world titles. And
yes.
Jacob Fatu looks like a guy that you could cast in The Hills Have Eyes, but he doesn't look like a guy that's going to be the face of the WWE.
No. But Jimmy Uso comes out, super kicks, and then Andrade hits the message to Carmelo Hayes and picks up the victory.
Aye, Andrade wins.
40-year-old Andrade beats guys that are like 10 years younger than him. Yes. But why?
I'm sure Hayes is the only guy 10 years younger than him, because Jacob Fatu must be about 40 as well.
I think he's 33. Well, maybe Andrade's 43, who knows? But LA Knight, yeah, I cut a promo, who cares? Right, main event time. Main event segment. Cody Rhodes comes out. What do you want to talk about?
So, Knoxville, what do you want to talk about? Just shite, absolute fucking
He says
shite.
after WrestleMania 41, he drowned his sorrows, he went home. He had some Tennessee cough syrup, if you know what I mean. So the face of the company just went off and got drunk like an alcoholic.
Like a loser.
But it's like, do you not think this could... But see if Cody Rhodes went down this dark path where he turned into an alcoholic, that actually might be an interesting storyline.
But WWE don't do any interesting storylines, so I mean...
So he's back, he's cold turkey, and he's here.
Right, Cena comes out, Jey Uso comes out, Logan Paul comes out. Cena basically bashes Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, calls them wannabes, says that they ain't good enough. They're too lazy, they're too desperate. Just words into it, really. Wasn't feeling this for Cena. But he puts over Logan. He puts over Logan Paul. Cena basically says Logan Paul is the guy that can be the next Cena. Logan Paul comes out. I thought cut a good promo. It was it was better than anything anybody else done. I think John Cena also took a shot at Karrion Kross in this, which we'll talk about in a separate video later. Basically saying that Logan Paul's a star and he doesn't need to pay his dues on the wrestling indie scenes, which Karrion Kross seems to want him to do. Why the fuck would he do that? You know, why would Logan Paul go and wrestle in Ring of Honor and he doesn't fucking need to? I don't get it.
You only wrestle in Ring of Honor if you're shite.
Yeah, Logan Paul basically said that if I could walk on water, you guys would accuse me of not being able to swim. Or a decent wee line there. And he says to Jay and Cody, if you want some at Money in the Bank, come get some. And then we get a brawl. Cody starts pulling out all these springboard maneuvers. It's just like, this is not what you expect for a top guy unless your top guy's Rey Mysterio. It's like, the guy's fucking in a suit. It just looks retarded to see this guy in a suit doing springboards. Plus, you're supposed to believe he's got genuine heat, right? And that he's pissed off that he lost the belt. Therefore, he should be fighting like a fucking man. And men don't fight by springboarding off the top rope. They fucking don't, right? Underdogs like Mysterio and Jeff Hardy can fight by using aerial offense. The guy that's much smaller than the bigger guy. But Cody Rhodes shouldn't be using springboard fucking maneuvers. I mean, he should be using his fists. There should be like a legitimate fight going on here
and he's in a
between
suit,
him
man.
and Cena.
It's the suit as well.
He's flying through the air in a suit like some sort of Marvel character, and it just looks pish. It does.
40-year-old Cody Rhodes floating about in a wee suit.
Springboard cutter. Oh, springboard disaster kick. Oh, springboard shove your fucking cutters and disaster kicks up your arse. How about that?
How about those apples, boy?
And then he poses with the title. That's it. It's all over.
Be a sad day if he just wins it straight back.
I think that's what's happening at SummerSlam.
He also tried to tell a story, by the way, of his title reign, the year title reign. He was trying to like dissect it and tell us everything that happened, and it just sounded shit. Oh, I remember when AJ faked the retirement, then my best friend sucker punched me, and then my boss asked me to do something I didn't think I could do. And it's like, yeah, you basically said three things that summed up a year title reign. Is that it? I mean, a year title reign and all he's got is 3 moments.
Yeah.
If you have a year title reign, like, you should have been creating history making.
And the
moments.
funny thing is, like, those moments, the 3 things he mentioned were shite.
I mean, AJ Styles' retirement was pish. Didn't have fuck all in the Mark Henry salmon suit.
It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm giving it a 1 out of 10.
What's I getting a 1 for? I'll get a 1 for Naomi. There you go.
I don't feel like it was as bad as previous weeks,
Naomi and
which
Logan
were
Paul.
zeros. So aye, we're done.